everyone, my name is Kristin Hayes and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to be making this pretty snowflakey card for season's greetings, because sometimes we need a card that doesn't say Merry Christmas this time of year. So let's get started. Our first piece, our base, is going to be a piece of Highland Heather, and it's cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and I did score it at 4 1/4. And then our layering piece on that, whoops, I got a lot of pieces today. This is a piece of the Snowflake Splendor DSP, and let me just pull that up. This is really gorgeous. And you've got some pretty snowflakes, and then you've got some pieces that are just muted and nothing on them. I've stamped actually snowflakes directly on here using the snowflake set, and this is the set. Hold on, let me just show you. Using this set, the Snowflake Wishes set, and this does have matching dies. We're not actually using this today, but this coordinates with this. But, you know, you can pull bits and pieces from everything and make it your own. So these are just some of the pretty papers. Oh, that's gorgeous in here. All right. So we have a piece of that. And this piece, I don't know if I said yet, this piece is cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and I'm going to adhere it directly on to our base because we're not doing anything else with it. All right, there we go. We can put that aside. Then I have a piece, maybe somewhere, yep, here we go, of Pacific Point. And this I did already run through the die cut machine, and I used those stitched rectangles. And the one I used is the third biggest of this set, just so you have a reference. And here, I'll measure it quick for you. It's it comes out to be just over 4 1/4 by 3, so you have a reference to know which one to use. So I already ran that through. So then I have a piece of Whisper White, and this is the piece we're going to start stamping with. Now this is cut at 5 by 4, but we are going to be using the largest Stitch So Sweetly scalloped rectangle on this. So this is the Stitch So Sweetly, and I used the largest one. But we'll use that in a minute. We're going to stamp first. So to start, we're going to use Life is Beautiful. I've just loved this set. It's so versatile because you have a fall look, you have a wintry look, and these can be used in bright colors or in greens even for the spring and summer. I've seen people do birthday cards with it. It's really pretty. So we're going to use the tree. And then I'm going to use some early espresso and just ink that up. And then we're going to stamp on our paper here, our Whisper White. And I don't want to center it. I want to put it a little bit over to the side, to the left side. Let's see. I'm going to go right about here. Give that a good press. And it's going to stick. And there we go. We've got our tree. So now I'm going to take some snowflakes, and if you look at the sample here, you can see some of the snowflakes have more than one color in them. And I like that because the DSP also did that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our Seaside Spray, and we're going to work with also our Highland Heather. Whoop, this one's a little tight. There we go. Let me just push this out of the way so we don't get ink everywhere. So I have a sponge dauber for Highland Heather, and what I'm first going to do is ink this in the Seaside Spray. You want to, when you're doing this, you always want to ink with your lighter color first, and then I'm going to just daub a few little daubs of the Highland Heather, and then just give that a good press. And then before I put it back into my Seaside Spray, I'm going to just ink off on my paper. And we're just going to do that again. And we're going to keep doing this a few times. We don't want to fill the the whole tree. Here, let me just move that over so you can see. I'm getting any of the Highland Heather off so I don't contaminate the Seaside Spray ink pad. And again, and we're going to be doing this with some Pacific Point as well. So we want to leave a little bit of space for that. And let's just do one more this way. Let's see, we'll do it right here. All right, if we need to go back and do that again, we can. So I'm just going to close the Highland Heather and open up the Pacific Point to add a little bit of brightness. And again, I'm going to stamp off just to get that ink off. And I have a sponge dauber that's Pacific Point. And again, I'm just going to daub and then lightly daub on here and then start filling in where the holes are. Again, stamping off. Let's see, we'll put this one here. And you can make the tree as full or as light as possible. These look like snowflakes, but we're using them as leaves today. Let's see, we'll stick this here. And then maybe we'll do one more up above here. Well, if I do that, I'm going to have to do one more to make it even. There we go. Good, good, good. Okay, I got a little ink here, but that's okay because it's going to be covered up anyways. So let me just close this one, and we're going to use Pacific Point, easy for me to say. I have a piece of scrap here, and we're going to stamp the sentiment. Now, the sentiment comes from the Beautiful Boughs stamp set, and this is another gorgeous stamp set. We're going to be cutting this out with a piece from the matching dies. A lot of pieces today, but these are the matching dies to the set, and I just am using this piece out of it for the sentiment. So we're going to ink this up in Pacific Point and just give it a good press. There we go. And now we're going to run these through the die cut machine. I don't need all this paper though. Let's just cut some off. There we go. All right, so I need my tree, and I need this piece, and we need the die cut machine. Okay, so when you're doing the rectangles, instead of putting them through this way where the whole edge is going through, if you tilt it a little bit, it goes through much smoother. One of my subscribers or commenters gave me that tip, and it works really well. So I want to get most of the snowflakes at the top there, and the tree's going to get cut off. That's fine. That looks good. And then we'll do the season's greetings over here with this piece. There we go. And then we're just going to put the top on here and run it through. Alrighty, so then we've got the season's greetings. I can't get it off. Let's see here. There we go. And our tree. And now we're going to put some more pieces together and get our card put together. Alrighty. Let me just put this aside so we've got some room. Alright, so with the season's greetings, I have some ribbon, if I can find where it went. Let's see. Here it is. And what I did with the ribbon is I took this polka dot tulle ribbon. It's 5/8 of an inch, and it's in Whisper White, but I wanted it to match a little better. So I just took my Seaside Spray Stampin' Blend, and all I did was just color it in like that. And then on this one, because both sides will show when we tie it, you just want to flip it over and get the other side as well. So I've already cut 2 pieces for that. So we're going to thread, let's see, we're going to thread this piece through the Season's Greetings. So that takes just a minute, and you're just going to push it through and then pull it. Just be gentle because you don't want to break the little tab here. And then I should have left that on. Let's try and get it through this way. And again, you don't want to break the tab, so just be gentle with it. There we go. And all we need to do is stick that on here, and then we're going to tuck it around the back. So I am going to use some dimensionals to pop that up a little bit. And I'm going to go right over the ribbon. And then that's going to stick right about here. And then we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back to tuck our ribbon over, like that. All right, so we are going to put another piece right here, but I'm going to put it on the Pacific point first. Whoops, there we go. I'm going to give it a little extra adhesive just because that ribbon's there. And then I'm just going to center, it doesn't center perfectly on here, but it's enough of a background piece so you see a nice background. Then we'll put it on, I think I used dimensionals. Did I? Yep, dimensionals. All right. Alrighty, 5 should do it. And then we'll just take off the tops here. All right, and then we'll just put this right in the center. And then I have another piece of the ribbon. I had done the same thing, and I'm going to slide it under here. Easier said than done, but it will go. If I can get it the other side, there we go. And again, I'm going to be gentle because I don't want everything to come up. There we go. And then we're just going to tie, make sure everything's pressed down. There. And then we're just going to tie a knot. I find this ribbon's kind of hard to tie a bow with, so we'll go with a knot today. There we go. And then we're just going to trim these edges up. And we are all set. So here's the card we made. Let me just press that a little bit. There we go. And here's our original. And thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it, and have some happy holidays. Thank you.